when it comes to the fantasy football league experience, what are some of your recommendations or your opinion on like what are the best ways to provoke league engagement, maximize engagement, so your league is having a good time?
Yeah, look, I commish a couple dynasty leagues. I have my redraft league that I commish. It's technically a keeper league, but it's typical redraft league. And I obviously play in tons of them. And some of them are online, some of them are local, all that good stuff. I think that the most important thing that I found is to have active chats. Whether it's GroupMe, whether it's Slack, using some sort of platform for people to be able to engage and talk to consistently. I found that it's better to have those sorts of platforms as opposed to like Twitter DMs for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, having active chats is very, very important. I think as a commissioner, back in the day, this is really how I really got started. But back in the day, before all of this, I would write like league notes and stuff and like have stupid storylines and stuff like that and have power rankings for every team. And the league would look forward to those things coming out every single week. And it was just fun. It made it a lot more fun. You create and you generate these rivalries out of nowhere for no good reason, but it's hilarious. And, people just get more, just get more engaged that way. And I really, I think that people assume that the more money that's at stake, the more engaged people will be. And I found that's not really the case. Obviously if you're playing in a very, very high stakes league, that would be the case. But if you're playing even in a $20 entry versus a $200 entry, the engagement doesn't necessarily change. It's all about the people that you're including. So I think it's important to vet the folks that are joining and making sure that they want to be doing this and that they want, to be a part of this because you see it being something that people are going to engage with.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more. I mean, that is spot on. I think that leagues that are fun and engaged, doesn't really matter what the buy-in is. It's the pride. It's the ability to trash talk with people that are having fun time trash talking back to you, right? And I love it. I love it. So there are other ways to make leagues more fun, obviously, like last place punishment. Are there certain punishments that you've seen over the years that you think are the best or the funniest or the most outrageous?
Yeah, I mean, I think the typical like SAT punishment's pretty funny, and like obviously the Waffle House challenge is always good. But the one this year, this offseason, where the dude had to do like a dance every day on like TikTok and stuff, and then he ended up going viral, and like he was on the Today Show and stuff for it. That's the kind of stuff that I think is great because it's super creative. And now we're in this world where, especially like on TikTok, where it's very easy to grab or to get a lot of at least views and eyeballs, to force people to do something that's completely PG and completely fun and lighthearted. But getting someone to, especially we live in this like social media driven world, to force them to generate likes or generate something is hilarious to me because they're going to have to do something that they probably otherwise wouldn't be doing, because the vast majority of people playing fantasy football are not people that are public, and whether it's an analyst in the space or whether it's a reporter, a news anchor, what have you, they're not public figures. And then they go out there, they have to do something like that. I think it's hilarious. So I would say something like that, to whether it's like them dancing or having to like sing the same song over and over and over again every single day until one of the videos gets like 100 likes or something like that.
Creative ways to set your fantasy football draft order. Are there certain things that you've liked or seen over the years that appeal to you?
I really like whenever you can get people involved in like other sports that you wouldn't otherwise be involved with. So for instance, like a NASCAR race or something, if you're in a league where folks don't watch NASCAR, but you all have to draw a certain driver, and then that's your draft, however they finish is essentially your draft order. I think that's really fun. You can do that with golf too. If people aren't really like super into golf, or even if they are, it's not that big of a deal, and just go by who finishes best, of that group. I actually, in my dynasty leagues that I commish, I ended up buying it's very cheap. You can go on Amazon and buy it for like $20. I should probably have like an affiliate link for this, but, there's a little bingo thing that you can buy with little balls. And I literally bought one of those, and then I numbered all the balls to have a weighted draft lottery for the teams that got first or, last to sixth to last to be thrown into the lottery. And then that way tanking doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely change the weight that you get within that lottery, but there's, every year then we have lottery day and people get on a Zoom because we're all around the country. People get on a Zoom and I'm just drawing balls, and my daughter was with me this past year with one of them and she was able to do it.
Awesome.
So it's like a fun little thing to get people excited, because then your draft order can change based on how the lottery goes down.
Yeah, that's great. I love the bingo ball lottery. That's a fun
Yeah.
way to do it for sure.